Good morning, y'all. We're going to talk about the Seven of Cups today. And I am just going to get right into it if that seemed like we were just not even stopping at go. Because we're not. Because this video is going to be long, so I'm going to tell you to go ahead and hold the screen because you're going to need to. But I want to cover all 7 cups. We are going to read them from top to bottom, left to right. We're going to start with the head on the left. What mask are you wearing that no longer serves you? Okay. What mystery, this is the middle cup in the top row, what mystery do you already know the answer to? Because you already know who that is underneath. And listen, even though there's a person depicted there, that can be a who, a what, a when, a where, or a why. You already know what this mystery is. Okay? You've got to see past the illusion of the other cups. Okay? Now, with that being said, is the snake temptation? Or is it quiet, mastered appreciation of power and knowledge? For me, the snake always represents infinite wisdom. Snakes are ancient. They have so much wisdom within them. The way that they live, because that's what you do. You look at how things are in nature and you see how it lives and you gain spiritual insight from it, right? The way a snake moves, it's quiet, it's not out loud. There's a lot of wisdom in that cup right there. But are you going to fear it or are you going to work with it? The castle. Oh, and something else too. If you do decide to work with this serpent, make sure that you wield this knowledge and this wisdom carefully. Don't disrespect it, because even though the serpent may be friendly, because some breeds are, y'all know that, some breeds and species are, I don't want to say breeds, some species of snakes are friendly. They can still, lash out at you. So just make sure that you are wielding that knowledge and that wisdom respectfully, okay? I think of spiritual practices, be respectful and be mindful of those who've gone on before you if you are a spiritual person or a spiritual witch. The castle. Has your dream gotten out of control? Okay. What in reality about that castle could actually work? Do you build it? Or is this a fantasy? Okay. Now, in my situation, in my life right now, where I am, I've had to look at this castle and I've actually had to look at what functionality I actually need in my castle, if you will, versus, all of the desires. I used to want a huge farm with lots of animals, lots of land, all the things. Now, not so much. My castle's shape has changed. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the castle changing shape. And remind yourself, are you to build that? Ask yourself these questions whenever you're facing the castle cup. Are you to build it, or are you, what is the word I'm looking for? Or are you idealizing something? Okay. Then you have the jewels. There is no easy money. All right. You're going to have to work. You're never just going to be handed this cup of riches. All right. You are going to have to work for it. But it is very close to you, because if you do put your mind to it, you can achieve the things you want to achieve. Now, I want to stop right here for a second, and I want to preface by saying this. I'm not feeding into the, if you just work harder. No, because we are all right now, those of us who are in the workforce, we are working enough. Life is just costing too damn much right now to even sometimes to even dream, okay? But don't lose sight of the prize. Keep that prize right there by you, because you can attain it. You know, what cuts in your budget are you willing to make? What things are you spending little trickling amounts of money on every single week that's causing you to bleed to death financially, okay? If you just make a $5 buffer every week, this right here could, or some form of it could, come into reach. Now, also, most people don't want to be gloriously rich, okay? Most people just want to be comfortable. They just want to have their needs met, right? So that they can have their needs, they want their needs met, and they want to be able to enjoy a few desires and wants, right? So, let that represent that to you. Don't think of it as a whole mound, a cup full of jewels. Think of it as practical financial stability, all right? Now here is a cup that is very interesting to me. I really loved diving deep within myself over this cup. There's a crown of victory, but there's also a very distinct shape of a skull. Now over here I noticed that there was a shape of a face. And if you look at it, the face looks very tired. Okay, because there's a bag under the eye right here. But we're not going to say that that's a face, because that could just be matrixing. But this is definitely a skull. It is on purpose there. It's meant to be there because, listen, this looks like victory, smells like victory, tastes like victory, walks like victory, talks like victory, but at what cost? So beware, okay? Things are not always as they seem when it comes to being victorious in something. Success is not measured by whether or not you measure up to your friend. Success is measured by what means success to you. Success is measured by your standards and your standards alone. But don't get caught up, because this right here might not be what it seems. It can be victory that is fleeting. It can be victory that causes you to be seen, and all of a sudden you're not victorious anymore. So be mindful of that. Also, I want to point out something too. We all die. If you've achieved victory, be glad for it. Don't take it so seriously, because you cannot take it with you. Okay? You cannot take it with you. And last but not least, we have the Dragon Cup. The Dragon Cup is about a fear that you face, and then you can respectfully work with this same fearsome creature. This fearsome creature right here, this dragon, will work with you, but you need to meet it with respect rather than fearing it. It is not something to be feared. It is something to be met. And I hope that helps some of you. Stay witchy, bitches.